Charles Leclerc had a smart strategy, a strong tyre advantage, and the kind of pace that could make a difference. It was looking like one of those races where everything aligns perfectly. Until one yellow flag changed everything. A safety car appearance at the worst possible time stopped Ferrari's plan in its tracks, and what could have been a defining moment for their 2025 campaign turned into a missed opportunity. Ferrari made a bold decision at the start of the race. While most of the front runners went for the soft compound tyres to maximize grip off the line, Ferrari chose something very different. Leclerc started on mediums. It wasn't just a random gamble. It was a calculated risk. The idea was to run longer in the first stint, take advantage of low fuel later in the race, and then switch to the softs for a fast attacking final phase. This meant losing a couple of positions early on was part of the plan. Dropping from second to fourth wasn't ideal, but Ferrari wasn't expecting fireworks at the start. Their car, the SF25, is designed to perform better in the later stages of the race. And that's exactly how things started to play out. As the race progressed, Leclerc's pace became more and more impressive. During his second stint on medium tyres, he started closing the gap to George Russell's Mercedes with real intent. This wasn't just Leclerc finding rhythm, it was a carefully timed strategy. Ferrari had designed a tyre offset of 4 laps to Russell and 7 laps to Lando Norris in the McLaren. That gap gave Ferrari a window to attack in the mid-phase of the race. Leclerc was pushing, while the others were managing tyre wear. On lap 21, the data showed it clearly. Leclerc was faster in several corners, particularly in the slower, more technical sections of the track. He was exiting turns with more grip and power, pushing the SF25 hard, but in a controlled, efficient way. Meanwhile, Russell was being cautious, managing his tyres, delaying throttle input, and trying to stretch his stint. Everything pointed to an overtake. Leclerc had the tyre life, he had the car under him, he had the momentum. Ferrari's plan was unfolding with precision. It was only a matter of time before Russell was overtaken, and with clean air ahead, Leclerc would have had the chance to chase after the podium. But then it happened. The safety car came out. The timing couldn't have been worse. Just as Ferrari was about to make their move, the entire field was neutralized. Leclerc was forced to pit with everyone else, and all the strategy work went out the window. The carefully crafted tyre offset, the momentum Leclerc had built, the window to push, all of it disappeared in one moment. Without the safety car, Russell would likely have boxed first and switched to hard tyres, giving Ferrari a clear opportunity to put Leclerc on fresh softs and unleash him for a late race charge. Even Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur admitted that the safety car was a turning point. He said, "The safety car came at the worst moment. Our strategy was unfolding. We had George, we just didn't get the chance to show it." And it wasn't just a statement made in frustration, the data backs it up. Without that interruption, Ferrari could have not only passed Russell, but also positioned Leclerc to hold off Norris, who was also coming on strong in the closing laps with fresher tyres. Once the safety car had reset the race, Ferrari faced a tough decision. Do they go aggressive and bolt on soft tyres like Mercedes did with Russell? Or do they play it safe and opt for the hard compound to guarantee finishing the race without tyre degradation issues? They chose the safer option, hard tyres. In theory, it was the smarter long-term move, ensuring they could finish without fading. But in the context of that race, it cost them. Mercedes took the risk with softs, and it paid off. Russell held position, and Ferrari couldn't mount a comeback. Vasseur explained it later, saying, "Doing 24 laps on softs was ambitious, but it worked for Mercedes. We didn't think it would for us." And in that moment, Ferrari was stuck between 2 bad options. Risk everything and possibly fall off a cliff in the final laps, or play it safe and lose the chance for a podium. The most frustrating part is that Ferrari had the faster car at that stage. They had the performance, the pace, and the grip to challenge for the podium. They had executed a great strategy and put themselves in a strong position. What they didn't have was luck. And in Formula One, sometimes that's all it takes to turn a promising result into a disappointment. This race was more than just a strategy that didn't work. It was a reflection of how narrow the margins are in modern Formula One. One well-timed safety car can completely shift the direction of a Grand Prix. It's not just about having the best car or the best driver. It's also about timing, circumstance, and a bit of good fortune. There are two ways to look at this for Ferrari. On one hand, it's another missed opportunity in a long list of what-ifs. But on the other hand, it's a sign that they're finally on the right path. The SF25 had real pace. The team was thinking strategically and executing their plan. Leclerc drove with precision and purpose. These are all signs of a team that's learning, improving, and slowly building towards something bigger. If this level of performance continues, Ferrari won't need luck every time. They'll eventually get their breakthrough. And while the Bahrain Grand Prix might go down as a missed opportunity, it also shows that Ferrari isn't that far away from fighting consistently at the front again. So, was Ferrari robbed of a podium in Bahrain? It certainly feels that way. Everything was set up for a strong finish. But Formula One can be brutal like that. Timing matters. And sometimes the safety car decides more than any driver or engineer can. Looking ahead, Ferrari needs to carry this momentum into the next rounds. If they can keep developing the SF25, stay sharp on strategy, and maybe catch a break or two, the podiums, and maybe even wins are definitely within reach. The key now is consistency and confidence. They've shown they have the tools. Now it's about putting all the pieces together and staying in the fight every weekend. Ferrari fans might feel disappointed with Bahrain, but they should also feel encouraged. This wasn't a failure. It was proof that Ferrari is closer than they've been in a while, and that makes the next race even more exciting.